Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope we've all had some scrappy fun of late. I'm back with another Project Life spread, documenting some scrap time throughout, I think probably mid last year with my kids. So it's a double page spread, as you can see. I'm using the currently edition core kit, which came out, I think maybe late last year, sometime last year. I brought it because I liked it. There was a couple of kits there, and I brought that one in particular, and I have barely used it. So I decided that with this layout, the only plan I really had was that I wanted to use this currently edition. So I went through and saved you the agony of watching me do that, and went through my kit and pulled out the cards that I like and had them all laid out as you saw at the beginning. So yeah, let's get through it. At the moment there you can see on screen I'm looking through my little blue dish of goodies, which is my monthly goodies that I get from Kitaholic Kits in the main kit. So these are the ephemera pieces, the printables and all things like that. So I usually reach for whatever's on my desk first before heading to my stash. So hence my kits usually go before anything else. So I've just picked a little ephemera piece that says love this. It's from the Kaiser Craft, I don't know how to say it, Ubud or whatever, collection, which is a really nice summary looking, I guess, collection when you put it with everything else that came in the kit. It's blues and the turquoise. Now this little circle piece says love this, and the little tag you just saw me cutting out came from the printables as well in the kit, and it just says, I've just jotted down on it, or will jot down on it, girl time scrappy fun. Because it's a photo here of my stepdaughter and my 3-year-old daughter having a go at some scrapbooking with me. I think it was the first time I introduced them to mixed media, not long after I decided to dabble in it with some texture paste and some stencils. So giving that a go. I just used double-sided tape to stick this down. I use a mix of double-sided tape, which I just pick up from one of the cheapy shops here, as well as double-sided foam tape. I brought the one I'm using from Spotlight. Now, to me, it wasn't as much as I can get from the cheapy shop down here near where I am. You can get double-sided tape a bit cheaper. It was a bit more on it, but that's just me. And I like to use the glue runner. So that acetate piece you just saw me give the thumbs up to, I was most happy that I was using it. It says I think I can. They came in the December kit for Kitaholic Kits, and I loved them, but I've barely used them. So I had a bit of in my head at the moment, they're sitting on my desk and I want them to be used. So I'm trying to find layouts to use them on. And this one was perfect for this photo where both girls, same scrap session, are having a crack at doing, as I said, some mixed media, some texture paste. Even my 3-year-old's got a bit of a stencil there with some texture paste. And my stepdaughter's attempting some watercolouring and things like that on it. So as you can see from the photo, my dining room table turns into a massive scrapbook table, and away we go. So I just used some little pretty blue sequins just to spark that up a little bit, make the photo a bit noticeable, I guess, to an extent. Now I just use on my sequins I use the Aqua Tombow glue with the fine tip. I love this stuff. And I do use it sparingly because I can't seem to find it anywhere, maybe online, but I haven't really looked. I got it at a craft show that was here mid last year, so can't wait for that to happen again. Now I'm just decorating this card. As you can see, I'm trying to think. I want something on it. I wanted to make the card a bit more decorative than it was. It says a day in the life. So what I do is I pull this white frame piece, which comes from the Cocoa Vanilla Studios Love Always collection. Which again we got in one of our kits many months ago. So yeah, I just frame it around it just to make those words pop, and I write down underneath it there, it's from journaling now, scrap life, because a day in the life of having some scrappy time with my kids. And I do add a little bit of a doodly line with a little love heart. Again, as I said, this card sort of challenged me a little bit in regards to it looked a bit plain. I wanted to add something to it. And I go to add these sequins and then just realise it doesn't work, so put it away. This card, filler card again, I decide to use this phrase that says collect memories from another filler card in that collection, the currently core kit. So I cut that out. I also like the fact that the word memories is in green. It says collect memories, and the it's in like a greeny colour, which matches with some of the green that's in the photos. I was trying to keep with a bit of a colour type theme here as much as I could. Yeah, I didn't put the doily there. I liked that sort of dusty pink colour, so I didn't want it mixed in well again with some of the other elements of the photos, the layout. And now I'm just searching through because I want to put something behind the word to make it pop up a bit in that phrase. And I end up using, I don't think it's supposed to be a fake washi piece that was in the Kaiser Craft collectibles or ephemera pack. But that's what I use it for anyway. It was just a piece that was in there. So I pop it up, one piece at the top and a smaller piece underneath. And at first, I think I edited a lot of this bit out because I fiddled around with it. I wasn't sure if it looked right. I'm a bit of a everything needs to match kind of thing and balance out. But I didn't worry too much. So here using the removable, the glue runner, they get it from Spotlight. Just because I use it in instances like this where I'm trying to place things down, and if I muck up where the placement, I can just move it along, especially with those, background pieces. But yeah. So I add a little bit else to this. I add a little enamel heart from the We Are Memory Keepers, or from We Are Memory Keepers. It came in the January kit as well. It's a nice little blue heart. Alright, so I just had to wait for the glue on that card to dry at the top because I didn't want it to, like bits and pieces to slide off when I popped it back in the card. And I saved you the hassle of watching me journal on this filler card as well, journaling card. So it's just got a little camera at the top, and I've just put some pics of group scrapping time, in particular learning some mixed media messy fun with watercolour, stencils and texture paste. One thing my kids were bugging me to do when I brought this stuff, and because they'd been watching some scrappy YouTube videos, they really wanted to get into it, and I wasn't used to it. I'm actually technically not creative by heart. So yeah, it was a bit of branching out for all of us. So we all had a bit of a go at it. And yeah, didn't get ruined, so that was always a bonus. That little Circle Love heart piece is also from the Love Always Cocoa Vanilla collection. And now I'm just looking through an Amy Tan sticker book I got a while back from Spotlight. You love it when you buy things, you go, yeah, Amy Tan, oh yeah, I think it's the name that gets you. You go, oh, that's a big name. And I barely have used anything out of it because for some reason I just can't get it to work. But this time I did, so that little sticker says, remember this, and I put another little blue sequin next to those just to balance it out against the card at the top, that in the top right hand corner that has those blue sequins on it as well. As I said, I'm a bit of a clean line, sort of try to be symmetrical scrapbooker. I do try and branch out and go wild, and try not to do that at times because I think it gets a bit boring, but technically that's what I do. Now this little word piece that says yay came from ages ago when the Rejects shop, I think, started bringing out some scrapbooking stuff. I brought it from there, a pack from there, and I actually have used a fair bit out of it. It was some beautiful purples and blues and things like that. And yeah, this one just says yay, and then I put a little tag down the bottom, and it says, happiness is, in this moment as Beth played with stenciling and watercolours with a great result. She was very pleased with herself, especially with the texture paste stuff that's on the page. She didn't mess it up, and she was happy with how it looked. So she's very pleased with herself, as you can see by the photo. Yeah, so I decided to journal on that. That again came from that Kaiser Craft, weird name, collectibles. So how's everyone been? Me, it's Friday here, and I am having my very first child-free Friday. My two big kids are back to school, and my littlest one started preschool on Wednesday, and she goes Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Fridays are hopefully some Fridays will be where I can get some maybe videos done, or videos edited and voiceovers done and uploaded. So especially the voiceovers, because it's quiet. I have no one disturbing me in any means, or crazy noises in the background too much. Yeah, so I hope everyone else is getting some scrappy time. I'm not sure, this is my first day with it, and I'm a bit lost actually. But yeah, so I'm here doing this voiceover, and I do have another video that I will need to edit and do a voiceover for and upload if I get time today, or maybe tonight. It is the first video. If you haven't seen my channel or you're new to my channel, I did a face-to-face intro yesterday, so you got to see my lovely face, as well as a new series I'm starting called Find Your Stash, where basically I rumble through all my stash on pieces that I've skimmed past, which we all do. We always need more, but we've got so much in our stash there already. So what my plan is to use some scrap pieces of paper and just ephemera pieces and things that I never would normally use, and feel free to join along, and yeah, I'm just going to chuck it together. So I did the first layout for it yesterday, with pieces, again, as I said, don't normally use, and I just went with it. So no plan, just using these pieces, and away I went. And actually the layout looks pretty good, so I'm happy with it, and you'll get to see it shortly. And if you're liking my videos, or if there's something you want to see, please leave me a comment in the box below if you've got any questions, or just even a, great work, whatever. Don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe. It's nice to see when I get new subscribers. It's very motivating. And so just back to the layout here. These two little banner pieces say, one says Moments and the other one says Together. Again, it was part of the printables from the January kit, and I knew I wanted it on this page. It's a picture of my stepdaughter and my son, who's tried to hide, and we're all scrapping together. So I cut out some of the printable, the fake faux washi piece that came in the printables. I think it's this month's printables, and I do just pop that behind just to add a bit of colour, because these two banner pieces are a darker colour and a grey. And so I just want to bring it up a little bit. And I also use a wood veneer heart, which I don't know if I said it when I used it on the other page, the first page, but these wood veneer hearts came in the January Kitaholic kits, but they are made by Corporate Creations, and their pieces are really lovely. So just using some double-sided tape to stick it down. Sometimes if the spreads are like this, where there's a mix of different colours, I try and use them, or I try and might use a neutral colour, or even colours that aren't in there. Like this has got some orange with the filler cards and things, but it just tied in really well. And the good thing I find with using a core kit is that A, the work's done for you somewhat, but it's already colour coordinated or coordinated with each other, so it fits in really well. And you just slide them in and away you go. So especially if you're new to Project Life, it's really good that way. I still embellish my stuff. Sometimes I don't feel it necessarily needs it, but majority of the time I will embellish my cards and things like that just to make them pop. I don't think I did on many of the ones here. Oh, sorry. So yeah, as you can see, those filler cards there are a mix of orange and green, and there was one filler card there that sits on the right, the small 3x4 one, I think it is. It says big things often have small beginnings. So it's just plain white, but it's got the orange lines and the orange words on it, which I don't know, just for some reason I thought it looked really good, mixed in really well. It was a bit neutrally kind of colours with just the white. And then, yeah, I just journaled on that card there. It says at the top, currently watching, and I just put Inky Quill. And my journaling says, for some of these scrap sessions, we had Inky Quill playing on the iPad, providing inspiration and guidance. My kids love Adele from Inky Quill. My 3-year-old calls her the crafty bunny lady, or scrappy bunny lady. So, yeah, we always watch, and, if she has a scrap stream and the kids are here and can do it, we watch them. Anyone else's kids are following in their scrappy footsteps, let me know. My big ones dabble in it a little bit. I think my son's at a point where he thinks it's not cool anymore. But, I think every now and again he still wants to. But they enjoy it, and my 3-year-old, I have to remember to let her go, and she'll do it the way she wants to do it. I get a bit like, meh. Anyway, enough rambling. Back to the layout. Just trimming down the edge of this silver doily I popped in the background of this photo. The photo itself's kind of a bit blurry, and it's busy in regards to what's going on with it. So I put the silver doily there just to bring it out a little bit, and then I put this wood veneer piece here just on the silver doily to make it stand out instead of on the white background, and it just says neat. And then I pop a flare badge, which you'll see shortly, down in the right hand corner with just some brownie coloured and white squiggly lines. Yep, there it is. And I journal on the card as well. It says Beth learning how to use the diamond press and Hannah playing with stencils and paint. With a paint shirt on because it goes everywhere. Alright, the last card for this layout, and it is, again, as I said, it's all from the Currently core kit. Now, normally I'm not probably an orange coloured fan, but I actually kind of like this colour. Now it works. This card has up the side there, it says for the record. And I leave that there, but I do a little cluster of embellishments down the bottom here. So that first piece is again from another reject shop ephemera pack, and this other tag that I'm trying to place, that I do end up placing over the side here, it says live more, worry less. It came from one of the collectibles from Kaiser Craft I brought a long time ago. So just placing that all down now. And I really loved how this all came together. As I said, I had no real plan except I wanted to use the Currently core kit. And that was it, really. I didn't have any ephemera pieces out. As I said, I usually reach for what's on my desk, which didn't work this time because I didn't use a lot. It wasn't really a layout with lots of blues in it, which is what was on my desk at the moment. But, yeah, it came together quite well. Now, yeah, just using my circle punch there just to pop out this circle from the printables in the kit that we got. And I do pop it up the top here in this right hand corner just to balance out where I had another piece, like the ephemera cluster, down the bottom. As I said, I like to have things a bit symmetrical, balanced out, whatever. Is anyone else a bit like that? Like things to be balanced and straight or whatever, and yeah. Even Stevens. Alright, so I do put another blue sequin in here just to tie it all together again, using my Tombow glue. And then we'll go to the close-ups in a second, so you can see exactly what happened on the layout. I hope you enjoyed this layout. I hope you enjoyed this video. And as I said before, it's really nice to get some likes. It's also really nice to get a notification to say someone subscribed or there's activity on my channel with a comment. So yeah, tell me what you like. Ask me anything, and if you want to, want anything, especially those that might be a bit new to this. I was new once before and still am in some regards. So, always trying to use YouTube to get as much knowledge around how to do things, and I'm still doing that, I guess. But yeah, give me a like, subscribe down the bottom there, give me a comment in the box below, and I will see you next time. As I said, there'll be another video going up the next probably day or two. That's part of my new series, Find Your Stash, and I hope everyone enjoys that, and I'll see you next time.